Hey, I'm Scotty Rock.
And I'm Nate Danger.
Danger Bud, what's going on? Where are we? What's happening?
Man, today we are doing a recap of our recent events when we were rocking in Regina.
Rockin' danger, turn it louder, bang your head, feel the power, click that play, rock the thunder, the channel burns the others under. Rockin' danger, here's where you save you, speaking truth, talking flavors every night, it's getting crazier, rock and danger, so much braver.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes,
how fun
buddy.
is that? Hey,
You know what? We thought we'd jump on here and give everyone an update on our recent rock venture we had to Regina. That's right. That is how you pronounce it. Regina, Saskatchewan. They used to have that slogan, show us your Regina, but I think everyone kind of complained on that. So what did we go to Regina for, buddy?
oh buddy, man. Okay, well here's the thing. A couple episodes ago, we got to interview the amazing artist Rudy Sarzo, and he's playing with Quiet Riot. And it turns out it was just a couple hours out of town and a few dates away, and he invited us out, man. He put us on the guest list. So thanks, Rudy. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We hit the
Unbelievable.
road. Hey, Danger, was that fun?
Man, it was unbelievable. It was a great, fantastic experience. So we thought we'd jump on here and update everybody. First, let's let them know where you are, Scotty. Scotty, you appear to be in a different position.
Yeah, man, I'm at the lake, so I had to green screen the backdrop in. It's a little bit weird. I'm sitting in the truck right now, and kids are all waiting to go fishing and whatnot. And I go, oh! And
I like
it's a
how you're
little bit,
bouncing around.
wobbly here. Just the roads are a little rough at the prairies. But no, man, I'm just on vacation here. So I'm just having a morning coffee with Nate Danger, talking about Quiet Riot. We thought we just should capture some of our thoughts, man. I'm down. So
100%. So we tour down to Regina, and
man.
the show's coming. First off, it's Helix and Quiet Riot at the Queen City exhibition, which is the opener and headliner of the evening. First off, I guess, what did you think of the venue, Scotty?
Oh man, I was gonna say, like, yeah, nice venue. I was a little bit surprised for an outdoor show. I've been to a few outdoor shows, and this one had some, it was like nice grass fenced in. It wasn't too big, lots of trees, lots of exhibition things in the background, rides and vendors and all that jazz, and just foot traffic in general. So I don't know, man. It was nice. Everyone just kind of hanging out in the grass, sitting around and waiting for the show to start at the beginning there. Decent
Yeah.
sized stage. I thought it was the perfect venue for the bands.
I thought it was a really good outdoor venue too. Nice amount of space, a good turnout,
Yep.
lots of people. I know Quiet Riot was posting on their social media after the fact. I saw some stuff from Helix, but we got to experience both bands. But before we actually went to the show,
Oh, man.
we did a quick pit stop at our buddies.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Rebellion Brewing, and we
Ow!
wanted to promote a little bit of their ventures. So we will be back after these messages.
Hey, I'm Scotty Rock.
And I'm Nate Danger.
Danger, where the F are we, bud?
Buddy, today we're here at Rebellion Brewing with the owner and operator, Mark.
Woo!
Yes. So we're gonna get a tour and find a little bit about what makes one of the most fantastic brews brewed right here in Saskatchewan.
Let's do this.
All right, so Mr. Mark, tell us a little bit about Rebellion. What makes you guys stand out?
We're here at Rebellion Brewing. I started the company about 12 years ago with me and some friends. And ultimately we were rebelling against just corporate beer, but it's kind of like just everything. There's a different way to do things, kind of be fun, be wild. People think I'm into punk rock. I am into punk rock. I'm into metal. I'm into whatever. I don't know. Just whatever's different. I really like doing it. And it can be really darn good too at the same time. So that's kind of what we're all about.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Well, we're in the brewery. This is where we make beer. I don't make the beer anymore. I have a bunch of other people that make the beer for me, but I am a brewer. I know what I'm doing. I can kind of fake my way through it these days. But yeah, so when we make a batch of beer, we make 2,000 liters of beer at a time. And
Nice.
we have a whole bunch of grain is going to go into our mash tun. And we ultimately mash it, and it converts it into sugar. Goes into this kettle where we're gonna boil it in here for about an hour or so. We're still gonna start adding hops. Obviously there's water and barley already in it. And then at that point, we're gonna put it into one of these 12 tanks down here. And those are our fermenters. And that's where we add the fourth ingredient that has to be in beer, and that's yeast. Yeast is what produces the alcohol, and it gives it all those great flavors that we all love and enjoy.
Nice.
Here's the yeast.
To yeast.
Yeah. Even behind you, like there's some chemical and stuff. Like there's so much cleaning that has to go into it because yeast is a living thing, and so right. And then there's like wild yeast like in the air, right? There's airborne yeast and bacteria all the time. So you have to do so much cleaning with beer because beer is at the end of the day it's all manufacturing, but it's a natural living product.
Yeah.
So
I should have worn gloves then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll be fine, right? And everything's sealed and in stainless and all that stuff. But yeah, everything's even like our hoses, right? Because it's not stainless, or there's like rubber gaskets. We have to replace all that shit regularly because it eventually just gets contaminated, right? Because you can't get it perfectly clean. There'll always be like some microbes in there that you don't want, right?
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't make anyone sick. That's the beauty, because beer produces alcohol, so alcohol is like a natural sterilizer. So you're never gonna die, but some microbes they make flavors that just don't taste good. Taste bad, right? Or it makes the beer sour or whatever, right?
How many beer offerings do you have currently?
Oh, God. At least 20.
Yeah.
20 some. I would say at least 20 at any given time, and we're always putting out new stuff, always new beers. We try to launch one main beer every month, and every week at our tap room we always have like a special beer. We only make like 40 liters of that every week. So like this tank is like bubbling right now. So this is actively fermenting. So right now the yeast is eating the sugar. As I say, it produces alcohol, but it also produces carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide has to escape this tank, but we have to do it in a clean, sanitized way. So it's just bubbling. It bubbles the CO2 out, and that's just a sanitized solution. That's all that is, right? So that nothing can come back in and spoil the beer.
And you've expanded your tap room to our hometown, our neck of the woods in Saskatoon.
Yeah. So I'll be in Saskatoon next week with one of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks like a robot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a game changer. It makes really good quality beer, and it makes it in really fast time. It cuts off probably a week of time to make beer.
Oh yeah.
At least, if not 2 weeks.
Oh really?
Otherwise, you're just waiting for the yeast and everything to drop out into those cones. Time is money, right? The more beer I can run through those tanks, the better it is. So,
Yeah, for sure.
So this is
awesome.
not a cheap piece of equipment, but it pays for itself.
Better than the Control 2000.
Yeah, it's the Control 4000.
So yeah, earlier today.
I'm just thinking, look at all those cans that could be branded Rockin.
Oh, just like all I see is
I know that.
I knew that. I don't think you can really see it that well from here, but so we have our the labeler. The labeler is back here. So we do all of our own labeling. Most breweries don't have their own labels.
Oh,
Yeah.
for an event or something, if someone contacts you, what's your minimum order on a
We do about 500 cans, yeah.
500 cans would
Yeah.
be like if someone's doing a wedding or something
Yeah,
like
so we've
that.
done weddings, done corporate stuff. Like say we've done stuff with bands, like all over. Like you name it. Moose. I remember I did Moose Jaw Air Show. Like you name it.
That's what I said. Rockin' danger.
I know.
Biggest seller. It'll be the biggest seller, no problem.
Yeah, I think we could get lots of people drinking it.
Well, I'll be buying it.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right,
Okay.
Scotty. So there's our buddies
Yeah.
at Rebellion Brewing. We are advocate supporters of local craft breweries, and Rebellion has been killing it for years now on the scene. They are absolutely fantastic. So if you're in or around the surrounding area, or you can get Rebellion at your local retailer, make sure you check them out. They are absolutely fantastic. And thank you, Mark. Thank you for the wonderful drinks. The tacos, we had the tacos there. They are awesome. And then we had full bellies heading over to the Queen City X to see Helix and Quiet Riot.
Yo, man, how fun was that? Hey man, first of all, I gotta say, like, we just drove up and I just parked right out front. You guys had to park way somewhere far away. Hey, that's so funny. I was like almost right next to the stage there.
Well, we didn't know where to park. So we parked over by the
Yeah.
grandstand. We had to walk through the entire park, the rides and everything to experience that. While Scotty and our other buddy Travis, they found the back route in. They found the
I don't
easy
even know.
access. Yeah,
That's so funny.
right
Anyway,
to the
so
stage area.
Yeah, we went with a couple of buddies, Rich and Travis, man, and
Yeah.
good guys. First time meeting Travis. Hey, bud, nice hanging.
And Travis,
there you go.
I've been bugging Travis to come on an episode, so hopefully we'll get him on something here in the near future. Good dude.
Nice,
Travis
nice.
is actually the only guy that I've ever taught guitar to in my life. Like
But he's better
actual
for it,
lessons.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not messing around. Yeah,
Yeah. Cool, man.
yeah, super cool.
Okay, so Travis and I rolled in a bit before you guys, hey, and Helix already started the show with "House is on Fire," man. Off their "Long Way to Heaven" album, I love that. That song rips, man. And I gotta tell you, Helix is one of my first concerts I ever saw way back when I was a kid on the Wild in the Streets tour, and that was
Nice.
fantastic. And if you're not familiar with Helix, they're like a Canadian version of like Def Leppard. Let's make it easy there, hey.
Are they
Little
really?
bit.
Come on, Def Leppard. They're like they'd be more a Canadian version of Quiet Riot, I would think.
Oh yeah. No, I can see that. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, check out Helix. They came out, and like, let's be honest, all these dudes in these bands are getting older. You know, these are all older cats playing the music they wrote back in the '80s.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, I wasn't expecting much, but Helix came out, man, and they rocked it.
This place is an animal house. Once you in, you never get out. This place is an animal house. Once you in, you never get out now.
The backup singers, the two guitar players, those guys could sing, or the bass player too. Those guys could really sing, man, and they had those gang vocals down pat and those harmonies. They really filled out the sound. And Brian Vollmer, man, he's still got the front man moves for an
He's
old
still-
guy. He come out, yeah.
I was shocked actually because I haven't seen Helix for years and years, but Brian sounded fantastic. I mean, the guy is what, 73 years old?
Something like that, yeah. It's hard to believe, man.
Yeah, and we've seen, well, I was going to say we've
go
seen
ahead.
tons of artists who are struggling. You got your Bon Jovis and stuff where they are struggling with vocal issues. Tom Kiefer just canceled 4 or 5 dates, something like that, on his tour because of vocal issues.
Oh, really?
So to be doing it at 73 and still getting out there and still sounding pretty fantastic, I was super impressed with Helix.
So have I. And on the backdrop on that one song they had, like all the bands, it was kind of like looking back into the 80s, and I think it was their new single actually, and they had them all opening for Kiss and opening for Def Leppard's European tour and Kiss's European tour. Like, Helix played around, and it shows, man. They were professional. They had all the tunes, all their hits they came out with. Man,
The sound was
I
good
loved
for
it.
them.
I love Helix. Deep
Yeah.
Cuts the Knife is one of my all-time favorite songs. Also written by the guy that wrote "You Got Another Thing Coming" for Judas Priest, and a couple other like hits you wouldn't expect. So
Yeah, it was funny because I'm standing there with Rich, and every time he looks over, he's like, I know this song. And then the next song comes on, he's
Yeah.
like, I know this song. And he just keeps doing that
Yeah.
as they're playing through their set. There's so many Helix songs that were familiar, but maybe people didn't realize it was a Helix song
Helix.
or the band, right? So if you haven't checked
yeah,
out
yeah.
Helix, if you haven't checked them out, go check out Helix. They are fantastic. They perform fantastic. And we're going to be putting some clips in here. But then we got what we were all waiting for, and let's talk about before. So we had to hook up with Rudy Sarzo before, right? Because we found out that day, that morning, I'm messaging with him on my patio. I'm having a coffee on my patio with my cat outside, and I'm messaging with Rudy Sarzo. And the first thing I thought is, how surreal is this? How crazy is this? If you would have told me 5 years ago that I'd be sitting out on my patio having a coffee and messaging back and forth with Rudy Sarzo, a legend, I never would have believed
That's
it.
so awesome, bud. Yeah,
Man,
that's awesome.
It's absolutely crazy. But then he tells me, hey, we got these physical tickets that we need to hand you. And so we're making a plan to meet at the hotel and so on. So we get to Regina and we got to go to the hotel. We got to meet him in the lobby. There's a lounge there. So me and the boys, we grab some drinks and I'm messaging Rudy and I got his email address, but then I don't know if his email's full because I end up getting a response that says his email's full. So how am I going to get a hold of Rudy to let him know that we're at the hotel? So I don't really know, right? So we're sitting there and having a drink, and then Travis says, I think that guy might be in the band. And as he's getting in the elevator, it's Jizzy. So I'm like, oh man, that's Jizzy Pearl. We could have went and got him. But then Alex came out and he sat in the lounge and he sat there and we didn't want to bug him, but he's sitting there and I said, man, if Alex leaves before, like we got to at least approach him to find out how we get a hold of Rudy because now the emails aren't going.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he's sitting there and we don't want to bug him but he gets up at the end. He's had a burger and he's going to pay the bill. And so I'm like, well, I gotta at least message him. So I'm like, hey, Alex, we're supposed to grab some tickets from Rudy. And he's like, man, that's between you and Rudy. I'm like, yeah, I know, but do me a solid. Can you text him or something? Because I don't know how to get a hold of him when this isn't going through to let him know we're here. We've been here for 45 minutes, right? And at that moment, Rudy came walking through the doors and he's waving. I see him through a glass door and he's waving. So he comes in, we grab the tickets, I get to snap a picture, and then it's a weird story. So I got to tell this. So we're sitting there and my buddy Rich, he brings his Speak of the Devil CD. He wants it signed so bad. Like he loves Rudy. Rudy's his favorite bass player. So I'm like just getting the tickets over here. My two buddies are in the lounge. So I don't want to tell Rudy, hey, come over here and meet my buddies. So I grab the tickets, we do everything, and I start walking. And then Rich is like, where's Rudy? And I'm like, oh, he's gonna get on the elevator. And he's like, you asshole. And he like grabs his CD and he goes and he's standing at the elevator with Rudy. And then he's like, I'd just like to take an elevator ride with you. And Rudy's like, okay. And so they get in the elevator and he goes up and he gets his CD signed. It's just awesome. So super cool. Thank you, Rudy, for doing that. You're fantastic. It looks like Scott's frozen, but I'll just keep talking. Scotty, are you there? All right, buddy. Do I get to go get a coffee then? If you can hear me, I'm going to get a coffee, Scott. I'll let you figure out your stuff. You got to sign back on. Yo, I can't hear you now. You're muted. This is the best. We should always do episodes with you in the vehicle. While Scotty's figuring things out, I'd like to encourage you to buy the new Mad Hatter album. There's only a few copies left, and you can get them at madhatterorder@gmail.com for only $40 plus shipping. Woo! Is this your first Zoom meeting?
Sure feels like it.
Hey, there you are.
Sorry, man. So I'm holding up the phone, hey, and you're telling the story, and then the heat from the sun is friggin' overheating my phone. All of a sudden, it shuts down on me. Oh my god. Okay.
That's awesome. Okay, well, let's get into it. Let's talk about Quiet Riot, man.
What's the story? Yeah,
Quiet Riot hits the stage. First off, the guy says, hey, Quiet Riot's going to be on 5 minutes. And then he comes on in 2 minutes and he's like, hey, Quiet Riot's going to be on 3 minutes, he says.
Yeah.
And then we wait and it's like, how long? It was like, it felt like 15 minutes.
Oh, man. It was an extra 50 minutes for sure. Waiting to go on. At least they're pumping up some tunes, and every song they played, I'm like, oh, they're gonna come in with a big bang, at the end of this one song or whatever. But
Yeah. So
uh,
then the guy who's announcing it, first off, let's throw it out there. Don't you think Rock and Danger could have done a way better job of pumping up the crowd before Quiet Riot? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, these guys need Rock and Danger to host their concerts, man, and we're available.
Anything.
Yeah, man. These guys were a bit of a downer on the introduction, and
What were they thinking? They should have got us. We would have done it for free. We would have came out and at least done a little history, at least got the crowd fired up. We could have had
Oh,
the
man.
Rock and Danger rah. But
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
Quiet Riot will be on in 3 minutes. Like, how is this a rock show?
Yeah, it was a not show. Yeah, that's funny.
And that's sad because that's an art. I mean, Kiss started that, but like back in the day, are you kidding me? Poison, like the introductions got you so fired up. You're like,
Oh, man. Yeah, you're right, man. That's a lost art form, and no one does that enough. Hey, when they introduce the band and they come out,
yeah. So
Yeah.
that goes.
And it was kind of awkward because the band was just standing behind the amplifiers for 20 minutes, just warming up on their riffs and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, just plug in and give her. Maybe that's some sound issues. I don't know.
Well, they did have some sound issues throughout, but let's talk about how they started. So they open up the show. Finally, we get Quiet Riot, and they start with the Mental Health. Right?
No, what
Bang
was
Your
the first-
Head.
Bang Your Head. No, that was what they ended on.
No, they start with the Mental Health intro, Bang Your Head, and they play the chords.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was
Yeah.
interesting because they start with that, and then they go direct into Run for Cover.
Oh man, what a tune that is. That's a
Yes.
banger live. Hey, like that really popped out live. It pumps, man. That's a great opener.
It was a great opener. And so the mix for Quiet Riot started out really, really cool because Rudy is loud in the mix,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
deservedly so. The guy is phenomenal. Now, I've never seen Rudy live, but Scotty, I want to know your perception. How do you feel about Quiet Riot? What was the most surprising thing for you?
First of all, you realize how many great songs Quiet Riot has in their discography. Easily, like a headliner in this scenario, they had more than enough great tunes. Big surprise for me was like how simple the songs are, and watching Rudy play his bass, how intricate he makes the bass lines to these like fairly simple songs. And man, he has some serious chops, and he was coming up with all sorts of riffs. And he was talking about being like in a Miami show band and all these different like jazzy kind of influences that he has. And you could tell on some of the riffs, man. And like he even did a bass solo, which is cool. No one does bass solos anymore,
Unbelievable. He was definitely
Yeah.
the star of the show, the MVP.
For sure, yeah.
You
Yeah,
couldn't
for sure.
you couldn't not watch him. The amount of
Yeah.
talent and the intricate bass lines and the fills and stuff he throws in the live environment.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Oh man, it was like you couldn't stop watching him. And then on top of that, he's all over the place. The guy's 75 years old. He's got his bass up here. The bass is on his head. The bass is all over the place. What am I even watching? My back's hurting standing here watching them play at 51,
Yeah,
and he's
I was
75,
gonna say.
and he's like all over the place.
He's doing, man. You know what's cool about that is like I think having rock moves is definitely part of the rock live experience, you know. And Rudy has some signature moves, man, that he played. I've been watching him on since, you know, Quiet Riot videos early, and he's doing like the overhand tapping thing, and like honestly, he's like doing some like two-hand tapping, like take that, Billy Sheenan, you know. I was kind of surprised how much he was like doing this tapping stuff, and
It was unbelievable.
you know, yeah, like how he kind of plays off his shoulder, and like he has like, these moves, man. I was pumped. He went over to the guitar player and kind of kicked him a bit and like told him like move his legs or something, you know. I don't know if you saw that part of the show. And I had to laugh because he was right. Like Rudy was kind of giving us this full on, you know, rock star treatment, man. Like he wasn't phoning it in. Like he's done these songs 1,000,001 times, you know, and he's still coming out and he's still happy about being there. And he's still got his foot on the monitor and he's just shredding that bass, man. Holy shit, he can play. And the whole band could play. I mean,
the band sounded great. There was a couple issues, sound issues, but that wasn't on Quiet Riot.
that was
That's
weird.
all. Some of the fronts were clipping in and out on certain things. You'll notice probably because I'll throw some clips of the show on our session. Sometimes the sound was clipping out, and then they were getting this low monitor feedback every once in a while. So the sound guys probably need to brush up on your skills because Quiet Riot deserve better than that.
Yeah, it sounded like someone was tripping over the chords in the back or something.
Yeah, there was some issues going on, but that wasn't Quiet Riot's fault. The other thing, you know what really, really shocked me? I mean, first off, good for Rudy. Rudy like delivered 110%. I was so blown away. First off, at how great they sounded, how great they performed. Rudy blew my mind. Now elevated to, I mean, he was always one of my top bass players, but he's got to be my number one pick. If I'm putting a band together, like this fictional band, you know, these channels they go on, they're like, who would you pick for your ultimate this and ultimate that? My bass player is going to be Rudy Sarzo all day long. The guy is the coolest guy. Even at 75, he's the coolest guy that I've seen.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
To him, man. That's a rock legend right there.
Unbelievable. Second thing that blew me away is I'd never seen Jizzy Pearl before. Now,
yeah, man. Tell it.
What are your thoughts on Jizzy Pearl, man?
Man, okay, well, you know, I've never been a love-hate fan, like a casual listen, you know. I never really got into it. I did like a couple songs from the album. Overall, so I was familiar with the dude and what he was about, but I was surprised, man. He came out and he did a really great job. First of all, he has that kind of LA swagger, you know, like from that era. Like he's still that kind of front man from that era. So he's like an authentic first generation kind of guy, maybe second generation. I don't even know, but he had the moves down, man, and he had the crowd, you know, in his hand, and he was saying the right things, and he had the right enthusiasm and the right front man, you know, for Quiet Riot, I would say. So it was unfortunate that he's like handed in his thing. After watching him, I was thinking, man, I would see them again. I thought that was good. I heard some people like, oh, the only bass player is the only original guy in the band, and this is gonna suck. And I was like, no, man, this was awesome. Like Jizzy came out, nailed all the vocal bits, man. Hardcore nailed it. So
Man, I like that you said you weren't a love-hate guy. I wasn't a love-hate guy. I had heard the album when it came out and I kind of dismissed it. I think I didn't really care for the first single and stuff. I never picked up the album. There is some good tunes on it. Now coming back and revisiting it and getting into it and listening to it, starting to have a bigger appreciation. But at the time when it came out, I was not a love-hate guy, which is weird because they draw similarities to Saigon kick bands or your Jane's Addiction and stuff. And I was all into those bands. So I don't really know why I didn't get into love-hate. The one thing that I can say, because first off, not only are they playing Quiet Riot tunes, but they play Blackout in the Red Room.
Yeah, which I thought was awesome.
I like that Jizzy announced it as like, now here's the song you're going to like, because it's like my band.
There's a lot of Quiet Riot, dude.
Yeah. and they played Blackout in Red Room, which was super cool to see. But
Yeah.
first off, Jizzy sings so good. Like,
Yeah.
unbelievably
Shocked.
good.
Yeah, man.
The
He's awesome.
guy-
He's got a great voice.
He was never sharp or never flat. He hit every single note perfectly in a live environment setting. I couldn't believe it. He performed, like, first off, Kevin Dubrow has some pretty big shoes to fill. And
For sure,
Jizzy,
yeah.
not only was it adequate, it was like fantastic.
Yo, yeah, man. It's a version of Quiet Riot that could have sort of continued on and forever played these types of shows all over the world, for sure.
I am so thankful that we got to witness
I know, right?
this show because, you
Yeah.
know, first off, you talked about, hey, we got to interview Rudy. And if you haven't checked that interview, go back and check it out. It was awesome. But then right after we finished doing the interview, actual recording it, I went upstairs, jumped on social media, and it was announced that Jizzy Pearl had quit. So he was like, I don't know if he announced it right while we were interviewing Rudy Sarzo, which would be coincidental or weird, but it was very, very interesting how it all kind of planned out. And now we know that, well, he's only got a number of dates left. And we were lucky enough to experience one, and it was phenomenal. So good for Jizzy. I can't wait to see what he does going forward. But what were some highlights with songs for you, buddy?
Oh man, so many. You know, first of all, I found it interesting that they played Blackout in the Red Room, and the people that knew who Jizzy was were cheered for that. I found that interesting because it was like people like us that are, you know, familiar with maybe the deeper cuts of the genre, right? So
Yeah.
Thunderbird was always awesome. You know, everyone's singing along.
Fly away, I'll fly away to your new home, across the sea. I'll leave you on me, baby, leave the best thing that you been. I see you guys. Come on now.
Come on, feel the noise at the end of the set, of course. That's amazing. Everyone's singing that one. I mean, that's a hands down classic for the decades. Mental Health, Breathless, I really liked. That tune.
Well, I like that they ended with Mental Health. So they start with the few chords to get everyone
chords,
fired
yeah.
up, and then they end the whole entire show with that, which was awesome.
You know what I really love is hearing like some of the Condition Critical stuff.
Oh,
because
yes.
that album kind of gets like shit on a little bit sometimes, and I'm like, I think it's a stronger album just by a hair. And I loved hearing Party all night.
Party all
Ooh.
night. Oh.
That's so catchy. I don't realize how that wasn't like a big 80s hit because everyone partied it back then. But
Yeah, so they played
The
that.
Sign of the Times. I love that tune, man. That's a solid tune.
Yeah, they played
Critical.
Sign of the Times. They played Condition Critical. What else did they play off that? They played Mama We're All Crazy Now. So they got 4 tracks off that album. I love that they played Let's Get Crazy because I love that.
Oh
But
yeah,
then-
that's a good tune.
and then Jizzy, I don't know if it was because you're at a family fun event, but he
Oh.
didn't say. He said, I want to kiss the lips, not the one on your. Whoa.
didn't catch that one.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Loves a bitch. Man, that was a good tune. But I love the Wild and the Young, man. Quiet Riot 3.
That's what I was thinking. Wild and the Young. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. I've always loved that video and that riff, and it's like so. It's such an anthem, hey, and so suitable for Quiet Riot. It's too bad that song never came out a bit earlier in their career. May have like turned the tide. I think by Quiet Riot 3, they were kind of struggling a little bit, even though it had some good tunes, man. And that was the one good tune from that album.
Well, I like that the Wild and the Young. It sounds more aggressive and heavy without the heavy keyboard production, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah, man.
So in the live setting, it was awesome.
And who's the drummer, man? He's from Typo Negative.
Was he?
That's what Jizzy said. He introduced him as the drummer, and because he said
I didn't know he was in Typo Negative.
No one knows my band. That's why they played that.
They played a little bit of Black Number One. I was like one of the only guys singing. Black number one.
I'm pretty sure the drummer was from the band because the Jizzy was like, "See, someone knows your band." You gotta give.
That would make sense. I didn't get the cross. I knew he was talking about that. That would make sense, right? And then they had Alex Grossi on guitar. Obviously, he's been with the band for a number of years. He kind of seemed like he didn't really impress me as far as showmanship. He just kind of looked like he was just hanging out, whatever, playing. He was good.
Like
he was good, obviously
good.
talented. Yeah, but he just didn't look as excited as the rest to be there.
You know what? Honestly, he probably went downtown and bought a big fat indica pre-roll that's like 30%. And he's so mellow. Hey, he's just super chill.
All right, buddy.
Around, like, oh, Canada. Yeah, man.
You know what? It was a fantastic experience. I can't thank Rudy enough for.
Oh yeah, thanks for the tickets, bud. That was awesome.
Yeah, first off, coming to our show, super nice guy, super great to meet us, to sign some stuff. We absolutely had a blast. So if you got opportunity to check out this version of Quiet Riot in the next little bit, go check them out. You will not be disappointed. If you've watched so far, do us a favor. We're on mission 1,000, and we are, as of this morning, Scotty, we're only 50 away, 50 subscribers away from our 1,000 subscriber goal on YouTube. So do us a solid. Tell your friends. Let's go. We're almost there.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
man.
We appreciate you for tuning in, checking it out, and Rockin' Danger. We're just excited for the community and all of the people and your comments and everything, and reaching out to us. I've made so many new friends just on people in social media. I was telling Scott today we got like 3,500 followers on Facebook, whereas like 2.5 months ago I told my wife, "Wow, we're almost at 2,000." Now we're at 3,500.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's cool. It's cool. We're happy to be part of this community. We like supporting other fantastic channels like our buddies at Crash Course Metal Show. We got the Hair Metal Revolution. Our buddy Brian, Hairband Basement, always putting out phenomenal content. And he's got his Station Head show every Friday night. He's spinning tracks from these hair metal artists. That the deep stuff, not the stuff that you're hearing on Hair Nation. He's playing the deep tracks that even the artists don't play live. So every Friday night at 6:30 Eastern, Pacific, I don't even know. See, I'm in Saskatchewan. We don't change our clocks. How do I know? But I was there last night chatting with all the guys, and it was a blast. So thanks for tuning in, checking out Rockin' Danger.
That's right.
Scotty?
Yeah, man.
Any parting words?
If you're
before your holiday,
if you're checking out our channel, man, you dig in the tunes. We're probably really like pals. So just drop us a line. Don't be shy. Let's keep on rocking in the free world while it's still free, right? And we'll just do our own invasion of YouTube, and it'll be the Rockin' Danger invasion.
Rockin'. How could you say danger and invasion into the same thing? Rockin' Dangeration? No.
Danger. I'll give it some thought today. I'm sure there's a way.
All right, buddy. On that note, Rockin' Danger out. Gotta punch your phone.
Yeah. I don't know.
Rockin' Danger, turn it louder. Bang your
Second.
Oh yeah, I like that. I put recording right there. And then you disappeared. That's gonna be the outro clip.
Yeah.